Hi, I'm Chris Stead, Finder's gaming expert, and today I'm going to show you how to expand a hard drive on the new Xbox consoles and the new PlayStation 5 console. Now, storage space is one of the first problems you're going to encounter with both of these machines, as there's not much internal hard drive space available. And on top of that, both machines rely heavily on this brand new, top of the range, tip of the spear hard drive technology to drive many of the features that you'll enjoy playing these new consoles, which means you can't just plug in an old external hard drive like you used to and expect to get next generation gaming experience. Therefore, you're going to have to get yourself an expandable hard drive that you can install that will give you the read speeds you need to be able to enjoy that experience. Now, I've also got with me the WD Black SN850, which is the only currently available internal hard drive that you can use on the PlayStation 5. I'm sure more will come. And I've also got, for the Xbox, Seagate storage expansion card, which is the only available storage expansion card for the Xbox consoles as of the time of me talking to you, which is in late 2020. So let's dive in. So this is the Seagate storage expansion card. This is the 1 terabyte option. It's the only option available at the moment. It is expensive. It's $359 retail price. I've seen it as low as $336 on Amazon, but everywhere else seems to be sticking pretty close to that retail price. Now, expanding the hard drive on the new Xbox consoles is relatively easy. It comes with this little cover. It's an amazing piece of tech actually, really weighty despite its size. And you'll see on both the Xbox Series X, so this is the Series S, it just slots straight into this purpose-built thing like that. It's got a pretty sturdy push in, so when it goes in, you can really kind of feel it go into place. However, I have noticed that you do sometimes not quite get it right and need to wiggle it a bit. The Xbox Series X, the more premium of the two machines, has a similar slot. All you need to do, put it in there, listen for the little click at the end there, and it's in place. I've noticed it takes the Xbox about 10 to 15 seconds to pick up that it's there and get it ready for use, and then you're off and going with 1 terabyte of additional high-speed internal storage space. So the PlayStation 5 is a bit more complex. You can't just plug your hard drive into the back like you do on the Xbox. As you can see here, the WD Black SN850 is very much more like a PC part. Now, in order to install this, you have to take the cover off. Now, I was a bit freaked out by doing this at the start simply because this thing costs $750. I really didn't want to break it straight up. That's Australian dollars for those of you who are watching from overseas. Now, the way that you take this off though is actually surprisingly easy, really quite easy. So what you do is you look at the thin end, you've got the logo here, you want the flip side of that. So the flip side of the PlayStation logo. You lay that down in front of you, like so. So you've got the disk drive here, you want to have the disk drive, you've got the digital edition obviously. You put your fingers under here, you pull up, and you slide back. And it comes off unbelievably easily. I'm really surprised by how simple that ended up being. Now over here, it's very neatly designed. You've got to give Sony a lot of credit for this. They've really done a good job. This is the place that you want. There's a tiny little screw here. All you need is a little screwdriver and you're good to go. So we'll take that out. Like so. This little protective tray just slides out, showing you your bay down the bottom. Now, you'll notice a thin side and a fat side to the board there. These are mirrored down here. Okay, so we've got our WD SN850 here. Now you'll see a little slot in there which has the thin side and the thick side. So you've got to line it up. And push with a little click, and that's that. Now if we come and have a look over the top here, you'll see another little screw. And this one is a little bit more finicky, especially with my big, fat, cumbersome fingers. But you'd think it'd be really dexterous after 40 years of playing games, but not to be. Now, if I can just get this last few threads done. Now what we're going to use here, got a little spacer, just going to push down there. That goes into the hole there. Now you notice there's a few different holes, which says to me that there's going to be quite a few manufacturers that look into this in the future. Now, with that in like that, that is now secured and more or less ready to go. Wait, stop, pause the video. Now, when I originally made this video, I made a very fundamental mistake, and I'm just going to correct that for you guys right now. I can't believe I did it. I feel so stupid about it. Thank you so much to the community for pointing it out for me so I could fix it straight away. But if we have a look back down here with the installation process, there is a spacer and a screw, which is underneath. Now, originally I had the spacer and the screw sitting above the card, which is really silly. I don't know what I was thinking. The spacer should, of course, sit below the card because it spaces the card itself from the green board below and keeps it parallel with its slot, which is here. If I can just get it in there. There we go, you hear that little click. All right, and as you can see just down here, you've got the spacer that sits underneath it, it rests on perfectly, and your screw will go down on top there to hold it securely in place. So that is the correct way to do it, and I apologize for my mistake at the start. Oops, hair, get it? Got it. Now it's worth noting that with this particular WD Black SN850, it does come in three sizes: 500 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, which is this option here, and a 2 terabyte option, but they're quite pricey. The 1 terabyte here goes for about 420 bucks in Australia. About 250 bucks for the 500 gig, and I've seen the 2 terabyte upwards of 800. So huge expense really, on top of the price of the console. All right, so once we've got the hard drive in there, it's just a little bit of basically reversing what we did originally. We've got to put the cover back on for obvious reasons. By the way, it's good that you can access the fan that easily. If you have a dusty environment, it'll be quite easy to clean it out, should you be concerned with heat. Okay, so screw that back on like that. Now we turn it back around to the same position we had it earlier, so we've got the logo up the top corner. Put that back down in front of us. So get this up. Now we're going to line these little guys with the little nooks that are positioned for them. Like that. Once they're in place, all we do is just push up and click. Isn't that fantastic? Just click straight back in like that. So much easier than I thought it was going to be. And you can actually clip the back off the same way. Just while we're here, I might as well tell you. So if you just turn it around like this and reverse, lift up, pull back, and it's as simple as that. Now, why would you want to take it off this side? Maybe to do a bit of cleaning, but mostly because there will be at some point, for sure, customizable plates. And then you just click it back in. Voila! And there you go, you've changed the hard drive and increased the storage space on both your PlayStation 5 and on your Xbox console. Now, the problem you currently face with the WD SN850 is when you actually go and turn your PS5 on, this is what you get. It doesn't like it in there. Now, I believe that's because certification is still underway and it has yet to be fully approved by Sony. So hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. Now, we have got reviews of the hard drive, the consoles themselves, tons of the games and plenty more. All you need to do is make your way to the finder.com.au website and check it all out.